Department of Education, Schools Division Office of Manila, Grade 8 Health, Quarter 1, Week 1. Welcome to Grade 8 Health class. I'm Mrs. Rowena Torres, your Grade 8 Health teacher. Before we start with our lesson, I would like you to feel the presence of the Lord and pray. God, thank you for another day to praise you. Thank you for being my good shepherd and for leading me into this new learning. Come, be with us, inspire us, and lead us in our time together. Amen. And now, let us proceed with our lesson number 1. The basic terms in sexuality as important components of one's personality, dimensions of human sexuality. Let's now talk about the meaning of sexuality. Sexuality is an integral part of what we do and who we are. It is the way in which we experience and express ourselves as human beings. It is the entire expression of an individual's self-concept. Sexuality involves the physical, mental, emotional, and ethical aspects of one's personality. While sex is the biological basis of being a male or a female, typically assigned at birth based on the appearance of external anatomy. Now, let's talk about sexuality towards yourself. It involves how you see yourself, how you think of yourself, how you love yourself, and how you feel about yourself. Remember that sexuality refers to your attitude and behavior towards yourself. Now let's move on to gender. Gender is a social concept on how men and women should think, feel, and act. It refers to femininity and masculinity of a person's role and behavior. While gender role refers to a set of roles, characteristics, and expectations of how a man or woman should feel, think, and act as influenced by parents, peers, and society. Now let's talk about the sexuality towards others. It's about how we see other people, how we think about them, how we feel about the other people, and how we love other people. Let's always remember, it is important to maintain a good relationship. Healthy sexuality takes a high sense of responsibility for all your actions, since this can affect self-action, decision-making, and behavior. It encompasses the following characteristics. Number 1. Self-love. It is your acceptance of yourself. Next is self-knowledge, your understanding of your feelings and your character. self-confidence, your awareness of the things that you can do well. And the self-expression, your way of showing your individuality and expressing yourself as a man or as a woman. Dimensions of human sexuality is the biological dimension. What is biological dimension? It involves the physical appearance, especially the development of physical sexual characteristics, response to stimulation, it's a boy or it's a girl, the biological gender. It also involves the growth and development in general. Now let's move on to psychological dimension. Psychological dimension, it is the clearest example of learned aspect of sexuality. Our attitudes and feelings toward others and other people develop very early in life. From time you are born, you get signals from all around us telling us how to think and act, whether positively or negatively, clean or dirty, on certain part of your body, unmentionable. Now let's talk about socio-cultural dimension. It is the sum of cultural and social influence. It affects our thoughts and action. One example of socioculture is knowing about the people around you and their family background. All dimensions work together to produce individuals' total sexuality, which turn in part of the total personality. So I want you to remember this. Number one, sex. It is the biological basis of being a male or female. It is a major aspect of personality. Sexuality is an integral part of what we do and who we are, and a total expression of an individual self. Gender, a social concept on how men and women should think, feel, and act. It is the femininity and masculinity of a person. Gender equality permits a man and a woman equal enjoyment of human rights. See you next lesson. Thank you and goodbye. Once again, this is Rowena Torres, your health teacher.